Hey guys, James here with UFSU University, coming back at you with another Soul Calibur deck profile, this time under Mitsurugi. Make sure to check out the Killick deck profile that also came out today, as well as checking out the Siegfried deck profile that comes out tomorrow, thanks to David Guerra's suggestion. Seventh Cross comes out this weekend, so make sure to enjoy that to the fullest. And everybody at the Somerville PTC, good luck. Now let's get into the profile. Mitsurugi is a 6-hand size, 28 vitality character with Fire, Good, and Void. His 3 abilities are E, your check of 5, your weapon attack gets stun 1. E, check of 5, your stun attack gets 3 damage. And then E, once per turn, if this attack's damage is at least double its printed damage, you can change its zone to low, and your opponent discards 1 card. So if you double your printed damage on an attack, you can discard your opponent's card, which is really good. It's very simple to make your opponent discard with all these low damage attacks, especially since like this 3 damage is like half of these attacks. We're playing a purely weapon-based run, so let's go through the attacks. We'll start out with Black Serpent. It's a stun 1 weapon combo with a foundation. The combo is this attack gets +2 damage for each foundation in your card pool. So we're going to be running the Let's Cut Loose Good package of all the things. I'm really enjoying Good as a package right now, which is not, in my opinion, the greatest thing in the game ever, but you know, do what you can, right? So Let's Cut Loose says it's a 3/6 with no block. E, remove, add 1 foundation from your discard pile to your hand, and or from your card pool to your staging area, then draw a card. So you +1, get a card you need maybe on defense, or get a card you want to add to your card pool to use during the turn. We'll get on to Akimbo. Akimbo says this attack gets +X damage. X equals the printed control of the first card in your card pool. So if you just play an attack before this, and then play this, it gets double its printed damage just off its own self. So like you don't have to worry about triggering Mitsurugi's 2 abilities just to get it off. It just automatically kind of gets it. So it's pretty neat. And then if you build like a Sensimorals first, it's pretty nice. And then its other ability is E, check a 5, draw 1 card for each foundation in your card pool, which is also pretty cool. We're going to Fanado. For this, it's a ranged weapon combo with a weapon. It's a 2 low for 4, 2 low for 7 if you count Mitsurugi with stun 1. And then your opponent can only attempt to block with a print block modifier 3. So it doesn't have a lot of speed, but if they don't have a printed block modifier 3 in their hand, they can't block it at all anyways. So it's pretty neat. 2 SRKs, Shirai Ryukan. It's a weapon combo. It's a 4 high for 3. It gives itself 3 damage or 3 speed off of its own ability, which can also stack a card for either passing Mitsurugi's checks or just after using Mitsurugi, pass another attack on the next card. So like with the 3 damage, it just gives itself what Mitsurugi does for doubling, or if you need to, pass Mitsurugi, then give it speed and make it a 7 for 6, which is also pretty nuts. Takeda's Kunai. It's an EX2 ranged weapon combo with an attack. Combo E, this attack is +2 damage, stun 2, so then it becomes a 4/5, 4/8 with Mitsurugi with stun 1 and stun 2, so like it gets be really nuts. All these attacks have weapon, all of them sort of combo with each other. So that's pretty nice. We'll get on to the foundations. The good package of 4 burning with revenge, 4 dandy, or at least my good package, 4 Sensimorals, 3 carrying, 3 desperate for redemption. All really good, like actually good symboled, great cards for the decks. Because we make a lot of checks, Wandering Pirate can come in very handy, as well as just playing defense sometimes. Because we make a lot of checks, Tenpu Kosai Ryu Kai, fighting style. The ability that matters on this card is our discard pile. After you check this card during your attack's enhanced step, it gets +2 damage or stun 2. So you can increase the stun. You can give this more stun if you need to commit things, or give it +2 damage to make sure you deal something. The reason this is really cool is because we make at least 2 checks every attack with Mitsurugi, and more if we have Sensimorals or if it's in Akimbo, stuff like that. You can also stack it with Shirai Ryukan to Mitsurugi, trigger it. You can do a bunch of cool things with the card. Because we make a lot of checks, we're playing 4 Early Awakening. Remove, you add all copies from your discard pile to your staging area. So you just get a bunch of things to your discard pile with Mitsurugi and everything else you're doing. And then pitch 1 from your staging area to add 3. And then all 3 of the copies just basically say this attack gets +1 for each copy of Early Awakening in your staging area. So, I mean, that's the ability. It basically says +3 damage, +3 speed. It's nuts, especially when you give damage. It's like 3/3 with Mitsurugi is not bad. We're playing 1 Shadow Herons because of the whole goods package. 4 new Empress of Netherrealm, just to have more cards in our hand. Sometimes we have 6-handed problems. It happens. 3 in Evening with Gran. It's a good spam that also just lets us pick up Let's Cut Loose on defense, which is very needed, in my opinion, for defense. 2 Honky Tonk, because we just get to put a bunch of cards in our discard pile by making checks. We can add whatever we want to our staging area with the ability. It's really neat. 3 Folktale Storyteller to defensively keep our card pool clear, as well as good blocks with the 2 low block, and just moving it on offense if we just need to mill more cards and just move things in general. And then 1 Bebop Blues to cancel things like Bang, Revoke, Prepare to Fight, stuff like that. Or if you need to if you need to negate somebody else's Let's Cut Loose, or if your opponent just plays 3 of the same thing and you want to commit your opponent's character, you know. So like, in my opinion, Mitsurugi was one of the weaker 7th cross Soul Calibur characters. Man, doing this at 3:50 in the morning to get this out for you guys is not easy as it looks, guys. I'm sorry. So Mitsurugi was not the greatest character in my opinion, but I think with the good package, he could do a lot of fun things. I think the only thing I think the deck's missing is like a cool bomb. Like a cool, just like one-shot attack, like a missile launcher, a coffee samba. Just a card that makes the kill, like Dark Church or a missile launcher, or sets up the kill like coffee samba and missile launcher. Really weird how that card does too much stuff for what it does. But like, it just needs something like that. Okay, so remember guys, check out the Killick deck that also came out today. Make sure to check out that Siegfried deck profile that David Garris gave us a session for tomorrow. And then enjoy 7th Cross this weekend, guys. And everybody to the Somerville PTC, good luck. As well as, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. And then if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/UFS University. If you're looking for some singles from Soul Calibur and everything, check out our TCG player at it's just TCG University on TCG Player. Give us your suggestions, make some comments, make some noise. And as always, guys, stay learned.